Welcome to the mental ward where you don't have to be mental, but it sure does.
Sure the fuck helps.
Fuck helps. We are here for a special edition of the mental ward, but this has nothing to do with our normal topics. This is a... This did I say that wrong?
This is the way you said it. This has nothing to do with our normal talking.
We are here to discuss the college football championship, college football playoffs. Playoffs. We are here with my son and my co-host, Jimmy Ward III.
I'm here and I'm alive.
And a good friend of ours, Ryan Brace. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
So
yeah, don't be camera shy.
You know, he's knows everything about he knows everything about college football, pro football, maybe a little NBA.
He'd make a good lineman.
He'd make a good center.
Hey, I sell hot dogs pretty good. I will say that. Maybe a beer or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have fun for the next little bit. First of all, let's discuss this first. Tonight, Heisman winner. Who do you think it's gonna be?
They're probably gonna give it to Mendoza.
That all three of us agree on the same fucking thing. Sayin will probably be like third.
Yeah, more than likely. I think that I don't think that the competition was that great this year. I don't think it really has been the last couple of years for the Heisman Trophy.
Last year was pretty good, I think. You have a pretty good stud of a running back last year, and then you have
the Travis Hunter won it.
Yeah, but he was also both sides of the ball. If he was one side or the other the whole year, would he have won it? I don't know.
I think not.
Exactly. But I think there was
good competition.
How's he doing
in NFL anyhow?
He's hurt.
He got injured for the year early.
Yeah. I think a couple weeks in, he got maybe like week 3 or week 4, got injured. And I'll tell you what, the Browns trading Jacksonville for that pick that they took to get Travis Hunter ends up looking like a pretty good trade in my eyes.
I don't think it's early yet, and depending who they draft this year. You never know.
I really like Mason Graham with their 5th pick that they took. So
I think they're. So I don't know what Hunter can become yet. He got hurt early. Graham is getting help because of Myles Garrett's game.
Right. But
so
he's going to have Myles Garrett there for quite a while. So my thing is, I don't know how well Travis Hunter will translate to both sides of the ball on a full-time usage at the next level.
I think year 2 he's going to try it again. It's going to fail for him, but I think year 3 he's going to transition.
That was the number one thing they were worried about him coming out of college is getting hurt from playing so many downs, right?
Yeah.
And it happened like
pretty quickly.
Yeah, but his is almost like a freak of an accident how it happened. Though,
it really sucks that all three of us agree on the Heisman for tonight.
Yeah.
There is no debate on anything whatsoever.
Well, we'll fucking get there. It's fine.
I don't know.
We do have a comment from Tito Santana. He says he put $5 on Oklahoma because it pays well and I control the Hoosiers. Go Navy.
What up, Tito? Good to hear from you.
We miss talking tribe. We don't have much to talk about with the additions that we've made so far.
Let's just not even mention it. I looked earlier today. Yeah.
They just won't spend no money. We're not going to talk baseball, are we?
We love paying middle relievers that are trash. But they'll end up being decent because of good pitching coaching. So, whatever. But yeah, we're not here for baseball.
We are not. What we have behind us is a list of my bracket, Ryan's bracket, and my son's bracket over here on the end.
Looks kind of weird in this video, but...
Can you see everybody's okay?
The glare is kind of fucking with it.
Which one?
All of them.
Let me try to change that. Yeah. Anyhow, we have all the brackets ahead of us. Let me change the lighting a little bit. Oh, son of a bitch. That bitch is hot.
Hey, Jimmy, you shouldn't be saying about me. I'm a guy.
Does that fix it any?
That makes it a little bit better.
Does that make it worse?
This is good enough. That's the best you're gonna get.
Okay,
Oh, now-
this is the entire.
Now, okay, now it's just get the light off.
I can't shut it off. How's that?
No.
It's just the glare is so bad. Oh, okay. There's no glare right now. Fantastic. There's no glare.
The entire bracket is behind each and every one of us. We will turn around and place who we believe is going to win each game. First of all, we will discuss the first game, which is what, next Friday or Saturday?
Shit.
I think it's Friday.
That sounds right.
JMU, James Madison against
Yes.
Oregon. Okay,
actually-
myself.
Ole Miss versus Alabama in
Yeah.
the first game.
First game is Ole Miss and Alabama, sir.
Well, we're going to do it in our order here.
Well, fuck your order. All right.
The bracket order.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Margaret, please. Of course, I'm going to pick.
You picked JMU, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
just mark that the same for mine. I like the defense. I just don't.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's, like you said, the defense is strong. However,
I can't reach yours.
that's fine.
Will they even have an offense to compete though? That's the
Right.
question. Like even if they hold them, I don't think they can hold them less than 35 as it is, and they ain't got an offense to hold up to it. Because it's going to be a different animal of the stadium than I think they're used to alone, let alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's great that James Madison is doing so well coming from the FCS of just a couple years ago, right? They were, Segnetti coached them for a while, did some great things. Obviously, he's doing great things at Indiana now as well. But I think it's a good story, right?
Do you think Signetti stays in Indiana? Because he's given him a brand now.
I think there will come a time where there's a job that he cannot refuse somewhere else.
He's going to be offered jobs that are way better than the Indiana job.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he does good, he may actually just move up to the NFL. There's a lot of head
That's
coach
also true.
vacancies coming up. I mean, you're already in a nice conference alone. Granted, it may not be a top-end school, but he's in the conference. He's winning.
But he's making them a top-end school right now.
Exactly.
I saw somebody said that they had to sacrifice their basketball program to Satan for their football program.
Oh, sort of like the blood sacrifice.
Yeah,
of
like the 1920 World Series blood sacrifice.
Yeah.
Well, what if we sacrifice him for the Guardians to win? Will that work?
That
Oh,
might
yeah,
be-
we're not talking
He
baseball.
probably let that
Might be
happen.
something I'm willing to take to an
That
offer.
might be the only willing thing that he would accept to lose his dad.
Yeah, that might be true, actually.
Although on his deathbed, he is going to give me a statement.
Who'd you kill?
Nobody.
All right, so on to the next game then, right, fellas? We got Alabama and Oklahoma, an SEC clash of 8 and 9. What do we
This
think?
is a tough one.
I think it's a tough one, too.
I think it's the toughest one in the beginning of the bracket.
Without a doubt.
Do we think that Alabama deserved this spot?
I do not think that Alabama. I do think they deserve possibly the spot, but I think it should have been a 3-horse race, and in the Tulane and James Madison shouldn't have been in that race. I think that it should clearly have been Vanderbilt, them, and Texas, and 4-horse.
What about the love for BYU? Huh?
I think they should have got it. They lost 2 games all year against the same team,
They're-
which
they're
happens to
conference
be right up there.
Yeah, their conference.
So they
champions,
should have
Alabama.
got the at-large instead of Miami,
No.
or they should have also been there with Miami.
See, this is where it's so tough because you're like, you get these conference champions that are of lesser conferences than the core 4 or whatever we call it nowadays.
The Power 4 or Power
4,
5.
whatever the fuck we want to call it now. And we get these at-large bids, these conference champions from lesser conferences, and you're like, yeah, they ran their conference, they deserve to be, they deserve a shot, right? Remember all these years of like Boise State going undefeated and stuff like that back in the day.
That's what I was just talking to him before the show, before you got there. I said, remember the Boise State? Remember the fucking Cincinnati a couple of years ago? They actually sort of deserved to get in, but whenever Cincinnati got in, what happened to them?
You got steamrolled.
Exactly. My preference, like I was talking to Jimmy before the show, if you're putting James Madison and Tulane in, which is great for the program, I think it's wonderful for him. But if you're gonna do that, I think Miami's got to be out and Duke's got to be in. I don't like it
because now you're just going conference champs, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't like it because I don't think Duke should be nowhere near that board. Gladly they're not. But if you're gonna put in Tulane and James Madison, I think Miami's got to be out for Duke. But I do think Miami's a better team than Duke.
Spoiler alert, I have Miami beating Texas A&M, so.
That's coming up. So I will make my next selection, which I don't even know till I turn around.
I hate this, by the way, because I'm thinking more and more about it. This selection.
I'm going quarterback all.
Yeah,
and I got to go with quarterback with Ty Simpson with Alabama.
Yeah.
I like Oklahoma's defense, but
Dude,
big games, you got to go with quarterbacks.
I can't stand Alabama.
I pick Alabama, and I don't even feel like they should even be in it.
I know. That's what sucks, dude.
I'm iffy about Alabama getting in it, but I
because
think
there are 3 losses. I want the top 12 teams in the playoffs.
I can't deny that, but I am going Alabama because of Ty Simpson. I think he's just better than John.
I just, unfortunately, am going to have to do the same. And I swear to God, if we end up running the same entire bracket all together, this is going to be ridiculous.
This will be like, what we do this show for?
I think you and your dad has a good chance, but I think I'm going to throw a monkey in a wrench here, son.
Watch out.
I thought you guys would go Oklahoma.
I really wanted to. I really wanted to go Oklahoma.
I think big games quarterbacks
Alabama
tend to shine.
will not beat Indiana, though. There's my thought process.
I do like the some of the best quarterbacks going up against each other. I do like that.
I hate that. Shout out to my buddy Paul Finkley down in Alabama. If you ever watch this is for you, buddy.
But in the next round, he says pretty much "fuck you, buddy." I don't understand how that works.
I remember. So I used to date his daughter, and we watched the Ohio State game earlier in the day, and they barely squeaked by Michigan. This is forever ago, and it was the year that that Auburn won against Alabama on that field goal where they were trying to kick the field goal, and the guy was in the back of the end zone, took it all the way back.
Right.
I remember I laughed for 10 minutes straight.
He cried, didn't he?
I don't think he cried. Good on him, but he probably wasn't happy.
I mean, I got nothing against Alabama. I just think their head coach is not as good as they deserve to have, I guess. The program is too high up to have a head coach.
That year that they did, the coaches, I don't think there was anybody better than him to take.
There wasn't a whole lot of great options.
If they had to go all the way across the country to Washington to find somebody, what was really out there?
There wasn't a whole lot of great options that year. I will say that I think here in the next couple of years, as they continue to not win national championships, like I said before the show, Lane Kiffin will be there soon.
Okay. What about this then? Is James Franklin better?
What has James Franklin done?
He made it to the
Arguably
semifinals
He
last
made it to
year.
the CFP once.
Arguably one play away from
He made it to the
there.
championship once.
But is he better than Alabama's head coach now? I think he might be.
I don't think the sample size is big enough for Alabama's head coach right now.
Even if you go down to his lower resume, to his schools that he was at before Washington,
but he hasn't been at the big schools long enough to have the resume yet.
he got lucky. Like I said, there was not enough coaching out there that year. I would have fucking called Coach O or something.
Yeah, dude, I love Coach O actually. There's just something about. There's just something about that Cajun.
You know who hates Coach O? Paul Feinbaum.
Just something about Coach O. He's like, I got Joe Burrow down there, and you ain't gonna win them national championships.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Dude, I love Coach O.
I mean, he's just sitting on the beach.
Yeah, and he's already tan enough. Like, come on. All right.
Oh, boy.
Tulane Ole Miss.
Tulane Ole Miss. This
like
is
I
a
had said previously, I think that there's two ways that this can go. Ole Miss goes out there, beats the doors off of them because they're amped up. Their coach left them.
they want to prove that they're still good.
Correct.
Did they have players go into the portal and not be eligible for this game?
I don't believe so. Not that I'm aware of.
So the portal's still open? Or hasn't started yet?
I don't think it's started.
I don't think it started
Yeah.
yet.
Sorry, our bad information.
Yeah, we are a little bit dumb. But with that being said, there's also the chance that they are completely demoralized and Tulane beats them in a close game. I don't think those are the odds.
With that being said, let's just go Ole Miss and not worry about it.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ole Miss, but there's a chance, right?
I don't see there's a chance at all. I think that the talent is just too great, and sometimes talent just
Talent
exceeds.
will try. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So Ole Miss will go across the board again.
I think this one will go across the board in the whole first round, apparently.
Yep.
Now, unless Jimmy's throwing a monkey in a wrench,
Yeah,
which that defensive line is nasty. It's probably the best defensive line in the last 10, maybe 15 years in college football.
Who are we talking about? A&M, yeah.
That defensive line is absolutely disgusting.
With that being said, I like Miami, Florida.
Oh.
So that's better if you just do your side next anyhow. That way you could do 2-for-1 deal.
There we go. I like Miami over Texas A&M. I don't know what it is.
You know what it is.
The experience of Carson Beck, we talked about it previously. There's a chance that he can go on a roll. I like that chance in this game at least. I don't know.
The D-line is nasty. I like the D-line. If they come up to show up, it's going to be a long night for Carson Beck. But with that being said, if Carson Beck's on, I feel like they can beat everybody in this whole playoffs if he's playing up to par. But he's shown when he was at Georgia, he's hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely
Very
hit and miss.
inconsistent. But there's just something about it where I just feel like they want to right the haters a little bit on the fact that they got in and not Notre Dame and things like that. And he comes out and he balls out in at least that first game.
I got Miami winning that too, but
Are you breaking that streak, or are you going Miami or Texas A&M here?
nah.
Are we going the same damn thing over again? He can't even think for himself, see?
No.
Oh, Texas A&M. All right.
I gotta hear this reason. It's because it's an ACC team. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
he hates the
He
ACC.
hates the ACC.
And I think the ACC is hella overrated too.
I don't know if they're overrated.
It's amazing they should be rated.
They are. You see that team over there? It's called Miami.
Where's Clemson this year?
They were ranked like number 3 to start the year.
You telling me
4 games later, they were out of it, never
Dabo
seen it
C's gotta be
again.
pretty hot by now, right?
if Dabo says, you know what, I want to accept some transfers, watch out, nation. I'm going to say that because Dabo's a hell of a coach, but the problem is everybody's transferring anymore, and he doesn't like to play that game. He's open to it, so I hear a little bit.
So you're saying that he's too old.
He's still taking money that they give him and putting it into his players.
Yes.
He just isn't.
He's recruiting the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, essentially.
We get a rookie, we bring him up, we train him, we get him on the field 2 years later. That's him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think he's a top 5 coach. I think he's too stubborn.
I think he's a great leader of men. I do think that. But to your point, yeah, he's stubborn as shit.
I'm telling you, if he ever opens up and says, you know what, I'm going to embrace the new way of college football, I think you got to watch out college football.
No matter what he says, the reason why Nick Saban left is because he is sort of the same way. He did a little bit, but he wasn't fond of doing it, and it wasn't his specialty to do.
Then I don't blame him. Then Dabo needs to leave too then. Because he's holding back Clemson, but at the same, because of his stubbornness.
Can we get back to why you picked Texas A&M?
I got back to Texas A&M because I think their defense is good enough to get it done against Miami in the long run because of their inconsistency at quarterback, and I just don't see them winning. But I don't see Texas A&M going to the next round after that one.
Oh, no, me either. Me either, for sure. But
I'm talking about maybe 20 points difference.
yeah.
Do they score 20 though?
Who? Texas A&M?
Yeah.
This game coming?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about against the next
No.
round.
The next round.
No.
Do they score 15?
No.
Oh, you're thinking like a 13-point type game, huh?
Yes. If that.
10 or less, huh?
I think 13. I'll give them 13 points.
I don't think they're as good as Indiana, and that's all Indiana can muster
Are they as good-
offensively.
Are they as good as Texas?
Texas.
Texas.
Well, yeah, I would probably have. If their record wasn't 11-1, I probably would have put them in. What was it? 10-2.
Texas?
Texas A&M. They had 2 losses. They had 2 losses. That's why they got out of the top 4.
I think you're correct by that. I just can't remember.
No, they got 1 loss.
I'll do it. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, if you look around their schedule, they dodged everybody. They're the only SEC team that dodged everybody.
Who did Texas A&M lose to?
Who did they lose to? I watched it too.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Texas. And they lost by 10 points
I
to
watched
Texas.
that game. I did watch that game.
So we're past the first round here. We were across the board pretty much the same, except for you going with Texas A&M instead of Miami like me and Ryan did.
Gotta shake things up.
Let's see as we move on to Oregon versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech, the 4 seed, versus Oregon, the 5.
This is a no doubter for me because the way my bracket's going to turn out. So
Hey.
I don't know if it's a no doubter for me. I'm going to agree with your pick, but
I've been strong on quarterbacks so far. I'm going to stay with it because I think quarterbacks make championships when it comes to,
this level.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to have a competent quarterback that can make the plays where it needs to be. And I think Oregon has probably the best quarterback in the country. I like Dante. I think he's good.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going Oregon.
I'm going Oregon.
Oregon, okay.
I got to stand
no
up
love
on
for
my couch
Texas
again.
Tech. No love for the Big 12.
Tito, let us know if you disagree. You got that one already, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do your next one.
He's got to put Oregon over, don't he?
Yeah, I got to put Oregon over there.
Yeah, then he's got to go to Alabama and Indiana after that, which I know where he's going.
It's just so, God.
Oh, that's really fun.
And now this is tough. Because you're like, Indiana went out and they beat Ohio State. And you know me and him are going to probably end up having Ohio State at the end, right? The more I think about it, the more I like Alabama in this game.
Oh, man.
But, shit.
2 good quarterbacks. One has a really good defense. Although Ty's been more inconsistent than Mendoza.
I think it's a close game, and I'm really going back and forth. We'll give Indiana 1. We'll
Ooh.
give Indiana 1. They're not beating Oregon.
I'm going to go Bama on this one because I think Indiana is this stage. I don't think the school's big enough for this stage.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I think I'm not going to say shot that water last week against Ohio State, but I think they might be one and done. I think Bama's going to win this one.
You got Alabama.
I got Alabama by 3.
And that was the thought that I was starting to get at. But then I'm just starting to think to myself more and more. I'm like, I can't bet against the number 1 team in the nation that just beat the team that I'm probably going to pick to be the champion, right? Obviously, I'm biased here.
I'm a little biased too, but
A little.
I don't think that Ohio State lost because they weren't better. I think that Ohio State lost because their coach, Indiana's coach, might have been a little better
I can
little?
agree with
that day.
I
And a couple bad breaks, like how can you spot a ball that you can't see?
And that's all right. And there's also part of me that thinks about the coaching aspect in this too, where Cignetti might be a better coach than DeBoer.
But cockiness finally catches up with people. Cincinnati is an asshole, cocky ass.
Sometimes I kind of like that.
I do too. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying I think it's going to catch up with him sooner than later.
And you think it catches up with him with the first playoff game?
And I think that he'll go several years of making the playoffs,
Wow.
and then he'll go to a bigger school.
So you're going Indiana.
So are you going Alabama here?
I'm going Indiana.
And you're going, wait, he's going Bama.
Yeah, I'm going Bama,
Oh, Bama. My bad.
I'm going Bama. I think Bama
And
by
I
3.
was so close to flipping it too. I really was.
I got no issues with any one of those teams. I think Bama has a better talented roster than Indiana, but Indiana's head coach and their quarterback, I think, separates them over most teams in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the stage may be just too big for them right now. That's not to say next year they don't run the table on everybody.
And that's kind of what
I don't know.
I'm agreeing with you on the big stage thing. It's just, I think the one time they'll get through it, but they're done in the next round. That's.
I think if they went up against Miami, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, I think they lose those. I mean, I think they beat those pretty easily. I think Indiana wins those easily. But I think against teams like Alabama, Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, it's
They got into the more established realm of the bracket with those teams, right? With the Oregons and Alabamas of the world.
I think the bracket this year, to bring it up, is so much better than last year's bracket.
Yeah.
Last year's bracket was just like horribly placed. They had the best spot to be was number 5.
Yeah.
Where Penn State walked their way to the semifinal game against Notre Dame and lost barely.
Yeah.
The rest of their bracket was a cakewalk to get there.
Who did they beat? I can't remember.
I don't remember myself
that's
off
fine.
top of head.
I do remember it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
You could bring up the last year's bracket, can't you?
Yeah, probably. Hold on.
Why you gotta hate on James Franklin, man? Give me some pride and joy
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
in the ACC now.
I'm not
it's not,
hating
it's
on
not like he's in the ACC. He's on my favorite team,
Oh yeah.
Virginia Tech. Gotta go Hokies, man.
Why do you like Virginia Tech?
Well, it's how I like almost all my teams, but the Cleveland, I'm gonna say Indians. I don't care if they're the Guardians, the Indians to me. I've always picked a player, whatever team he got drafted to, that was my guy. When it came to Virginia Tech, I was just getting into football.
Was it Michael Vick?
It was Marcus Vick.
Marcus Vick.
And I liked him ever since.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, early 2000s, late 1990s, there was 1A, 1B a lot of those years.
You are absolutely right, by the way, with what Penn State had to do last year. They beat SMU and Boise State.
How hard was it for him to get there? He still hasn't won the big game.
What did his weapons look like? A running back,
Sure.
a tight end, and a quarterback, and a solid defense.
He always has solid defense.
When's the last time Penn State had a phenomenal wide receiver under James Franklin?
Not that I can ever think of.
Exactly my point.
Why did we look it up one time that it was nobody drafted in the top 4 rounds under his watch at wide receiver?
I don't know. We looked up a lot of things back in the day.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's probably correct.
And Ohio State just pops one off like every 15 minutes.
We're a wide receiver university. I mean, quarterbacks usually.
Are they
suck
better
at the
than
next
LSU
level.
though?
They're pretty close. They're like 1A and 1B in my eyes.
And Bama's probably 1C.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, though, Ohio State quarterbacks don't translate well to the NFL.
Hey, CJ, man. The offense ain't the greatest. The defense is.
He's been through the sophomore fucking gauntlet. Well, now he's in his 3rd year now, isn't he?
We got, I don't know.
I think he's in his third year now.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
We got Ole Miss and Georgia.
Oh.
This is an easy one for me because even if they do get up to beat their first round team, there's no way Ole Miss is making it to the next round against Georgia.
Georgia's too talented all around.
They're too good. I got to take Georgia.
Georgia.
You taking Georgia also?
Yes. I think Georgia is finally starting to click again. And I think that's scary for the nation as well.
Yeah, they could
right now.
They could be the upset one of that just takes it all. Could be. Jimmy?
I'm going Georgia as well.
Figured we're not having too many differences here.
We got a couple. I didn't think yours and your son's bracket would be too much different. Was it one
That
game?
is true. I think the only difference that we're probably going to have is that is A&M beating Florida on his end. Well, Miami on his end.
Ole Miss.
Yep.
Dude, like I said, Miami, man, if they're so spotty. Can you imagine if they pulled it out and Carson Beck went off and they beat Ohio State by one on like a late game funk play?
Yeah, anyway, I'm going Ohio State here.
I think I know where he's going.
I'm curious where you're going.
You have talked a lot of good shit about Miami. Now it's time for you to back it up.
It's hard to back it up against Ohio State. And here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Ohio State had, I'm not going to say a cakewalk schedule, but relatively easy schedule against some other teams. They had a couple good tough games they had to play, like Texas. They won. Texas could have had an opportunity to tie it, bring it to overtime. First game of the season. And then they lost to Indiana here, which I think they just got out-coached in a couple plays here and there throughout the game that decided the game. So to actually see what Indiana actually has going for them and Ohio State with the type of schedule they have, it's hard to say now in the peak of thick of bracket-wise that they could beat top-end teams right now. So I think talented-wise, they're far better than Miami. But I think at the same aspect, Carson Beck, man, just if he's on, it's gonna be hard.
You're a Carson Beck believer.
I'm a believer in experience in big games, and Carson Beck has a lot of experience being from Georgia. So, I think I'm gonna go Ohio State here because of the talent-wise, but it would not shock me any if Miami took Ohio State to deep waters, win or lose, just made Ohio State sweat it out.
So you're going to say that it's going to be like a 13-10 game?
I think that there will be more scoring in that game.
You think Miami's going to score with them?
I think Miami's going to be in the 20s. And I think Ohio State
I don't think anybody gets past 17.
I can see that game going 27-20.
Hey, that's deep waters. That's kind of deep waters. Not unless it's garbage time points.
Right.
I think it's going to be within one score.
I could see the one score thing.
But you really think it's going to be a low-scoring game?
But I don't see them scoring, or anybody in the country scoring over 17 points on that defense.
I think Georgia scores in the 20s, if not 30s. I think if...
They're so freaking long to score. They're just like Ohio State. They don't rush. They don't worry. They just slowly just beat the shit out
Yeah,
of
they
you.
just grind it through, yeah.
And I think Oregon has a good chance too.
Oregon might be the only team in the country that has a chance to score over 17 points
I
on them.
think Miami, Georgia, and Oregon all can score the 20s on them.
I can agree with that. Yeah. I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that.
But I am going to go Ohio State, but I think it's going to be deep waters, and I think Ohio State's going to sweat.
No, I could see him sweating it.
I agree with what you're saying, and I'm not saying that Miami can put up more than 20 points. I think that they're going to put up 20 points.
Right on the nose, huh?
Yeah, 20 points, right on the nose.
So you're going to take Ohio State.
Yes.
And you know what I'm going to take on that?
No shit. I like the, for some reason, the 27-20 is just sticking in my head. I don't know.
I was thinking 27-30 or 27-34.
Okay.
And I'll give you my first pick to go to the championship.
We're going to have the same damn bracket.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to put Ohio State first. Okay, you're going to put us in suspense. You're going Ohio State over Georgia. Okay. That's another grinded out type of game.
Ohio State and Georgia.
It's another grinded out type game. That's
Okay, who do you want for the whole damn thing?
Well, let's just have everybody pick these two teams first, and then we'll go who we think is going to win.
Oh, I wrote mine in.
We got Oregon and Ohio State. You didn't say who won yet.
I know.
We know who you're going. You can put who wins down here at the end.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Oregon wins against Bama and Georgia beats Ohio State in an upset.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you did that, though.
Oh, yeah. Me too. That's why I'm in the middle.
Well, and I will say, there's certainly a chance of that. When was the last time that we had a back-to-back college football champion? It's been a while, right?
I want to say Bama.
It had to be.
Yeah, I'm thinking it had
That's
to be
before
Bama.
there was even a 4-team playoff.
So the odds are stacked against Ohio State to do this. However, based off the talent and my bias, I'm going to have to go that route. Yeah, Oregon's beating Indiana. They're getting their revenge.
I didn't pick my winner yet. You guys already picked your winners. This is not good.
Hold on. I'm still doing my semis. So, Oregon's getting their revenge over Indiana. It was a 30-20 game during the regular season. Like you said, the lights are too bright eventually for the Indiana fellas. And, yeah, I'm going to Ohio State over Georgia in a grinded-out game.
I think Indiana got lucky with Mendoza and a good head coach. And I think they pieced it together and went as far as they could.
And Mendoza, he came from Cal as a transfer, right? I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, that puts us to Oregon, Ohio State, and then Oregon, Georgia.
At least we got a lot of Oregon fans here, again, apparently.
Yeah, we love Ducks.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. They got some cool jerseys, though.
Always. They got a tie-in deal with Nike. That's why.
Oh, yeah, the dude who made Nike went to Oregon.
So, it's crunch time, see who wins it, huh? You guys all going Ohio State? Or you guys think Oregon's going to pull an upset? And
Oregon hasn't won a natty yet.
he's like, they're not going to yet.
And they're once again not going to.
Oh, I knew it. You guys, man. You're going to Ohio State, too? So mine's a limit to suspense one that's different, huh?
Well, yeah, yours doesn't even have Ohio State in it. So.
Exactly. I like Ohio State. I like a lot of things. I don't believe in Ryan Day. I think he got out coached once this year. I think there can be another situation when he gets outcoached again. He's been outcoached many a times in his career.
I don't disagree with that. But the front end talent will get it done in the games that matter most. Even though we could be like, well, didn't the Big Ten championship game matter? They went on the same kind of run last year after they got beat by Michigan.
Yeah, but they wasn't the front runners last year.
How much were they into that game? And for the obviously they should for the Big Ten championship.
That is the fault of coaching. To be fair, though, that is the fault of coaching for them not to be completely prepared for that game.
You know what Ryan Day reminds me of? If you're going to refer him to any NFL coach, he kind of reminds me of Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
In a lot of different ways. I think Mike Tomlin has been on the same team too long. He needs to move. But I think players want to play for him. But I think he just can't get the most out of the players anymore. And I think he's always going to have a good team with talent-wise.
Are you saying like he's like a player's coach?
I think players want to go play with him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can get the most out of the players in certain circumstances.
Because I've always heard that Tomlin was very much a player's coach.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. Players want to play for Tomlin, but that same aspect of production don't lead on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Ryan Day, this is why I referred it to. It's kind of the same. Mike Tomlin's been stubborn about his defense for many, many, many moons, and players has called him out on it. Coaches have called him out on it, and he's never changed. Ryan Day, I feel, is the same way.
That is true. He's a creature to his own methods, I guess.
And I think when you go up against top-end team with a good coach, may exploit it in the right circumstances. And I think...
And that's why you had Kirby Smart outsmarting him there.
Pretty much. I think Kirby Smart's a better coach all the way around than Ryan Day.
The only thing I don't like about Kirby Smart is the same thing about Lane Kiffin. Those motherfuckers wear visors, dude.
I mean...
That's kind of gay.
I knew you were going to say that.
Why are you going to wear half a hat?
Here is something to add to it. If Ohio State does run into trouble, I think it'll be because of saying.
Because of saying, yeah.
Because I think that he does not let the plays progress enough, that he goes to his outlet receivers too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, a lot of people complain because somebody don't get rid of the ball fast enough. He gets rid of it too fast.
Quick, yeah.
He goes to his second and third reads too quickly before the guys in the...
Now, do you think that's a panic type thing?
I do.
But you want to know...
I think that in his head he thinks, I got to keep the completion record.
You want to know a quarterback that did that made a career? He's now in the coaching booth right now. Coaching booth, the broadcast booth. You want to know his name? His name is Tony Romo. He went through his progression and he got the ball out quick in his career.
You know who also got rid of the ball very quickly? A lot. Drew Brees did as well.
I remember him making a lot of long throws, though.
But you know what the difference is between the two quarterbacks that we're naming? They both had talent and made it. So you don't think Sane can?
No, I'm saying he can, but I would like him to maybe move out of the pocket to give himself more time.
I feel like he has more athleticism than what he shows.
I do too, and he just never does. I think that he needs to allow... okay, he's getting like 6-7 catches a game.
Ashtray.
Fucking...
Smith?
Getting 6-7 catches a game. But a lot of them are like 6 yards, 7 yards. Because he's the second or third receiver.
He for a couple deep balls recently.
So you're telling me Sane's holding back arguably the most talented receiver college has seen in years?
It's possible. Yeah.
Since
Marvin Harrison Jr.?
No, I think
he's better than Marv.
The guy up front that got drafted to the Eagles from Bama.
Oh, DeVonta Smith?
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't translated that well to the NFL yet.
But college, though, he
won a Heisman.
Exactly. You think he's just as talented?
I think that he's more talented than DeVonta Smith.
So now you're looking back even further back. That's pretty insane. More talented than a Heisman winner.
Yeah.
So in other words, you're telling me Sane's holding him back.
I would agree with that, to be honest. Like you said with the progressions,
But is that also not coaching too?
That is coaching. You're absolutely right.
And who's the head coach again?
I don't remember his name.
I think his name is Ryan Day. So with that in mind, you going to Ohio State too, huh?
I'm starting to change my mind.
Yeah, we're
here.
really starting to believe. I think that truly it just comes to.
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't my team and I had to pick my team because I love my team, I would have picked Georgia outright.
Yeah. Georgia
This
is
might get carried away, guys.
Georgia is the second most talented team in the way of talent in this
Bracket.
playoff. Yeah. They're the second most talented team. And I think that this is once again where talent shows up. So your argument is very compelling.
You know, some of it might be this. When it gets down to it, where's Georgia and Ohio State going to play at?
It's a good question.
Because it's down south in Louisiana or something.
Well, it might be.
I don't like it.
It might be in Georgia, to be honest. It might be the Sugar Bowl or something like that.
I don't like it as much. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it is, huh? I want to look that up. I'm not actually going to Google. I'm going to go to my app.
I know Ohio State travels well.
It would either be the Peach Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl.
Fiesta's in Arizona,
Correct.
and the Peach Bowl's in Georgia.
Yes.
You don't want either one of those.
Ohio State's always played well in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yes, they have. Especially when it says Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Shout out to Tostitos.
It always sounded good coming off the tongue.
Yeah.
So no one believes in Oregon, but yet
So-
we got them there. We all believe them to get there, but we don't believe
It's
them to
not
win
that I
it.
believe in. It's not that I don't believe in Oregon. I like Oregon's trek to the final. I think that Texas Tech is overrated because I think the Big 12 is not that good.
About like the ACC,
Yeah.
maybe a little better.
Yeah.
So you got to take
Okay,
Georgia.
I'm taking Georgia, yeah. So you telling me if Oregon played any other team in the country but Ohio State, you're going to pick Georgia to win? I'm not Georgia, Oregon to win? Oregon and Georgia playing each other. You picking Oregon or Georgia?
No, I'm picking Georgia.
I'm picking Georgia.
Yeah, I would pick Georgia.
I would pick Georgia. Georgia just got a bad break being where they're at. They should have just stood where they were firm instead of moving up
Look
that
at that.
one
The
spot.
number 5 seed has the best path to the final again. Just like how we were talking about with Penn State.
I don't know. Well, I
Yeah,
don't know
they
about
do.
they do. Texas Tech is pretty good. They lost one game this year. You're telling me that's better than the hardest is probably the Indiana, Alabama by far. Ole Miss, Georgia. I don't know.
I agree with you. I think the number 5 seed has the best path.
I just don't believe in Texas Tech.
I don't believe in them either.
I believe in Texas A&M more than I believe in Texas Tech.
I
but
agree with that actually.
That's just because I think that D-line is just.
I agree with
We
you on
didn't
that.
accomplish a lot here. We're going to keep talking, but we didn't really accomplish a lot here because, man, a lot of us just agreed on a lot. Usually me and you disagree on about fucking everything there is.
I mean, I'm an ACC guy. What can you say?
But, you know, we have a lot of agreeing today, and that's odd. Maybe if I put you on a TV show, I'll agree with you more than whenever you come up to me at work and say, don't you think that Ohio State's overrated or whatever you're going to say.
I think
I think the last couple times it's mainly about Drew Aller.
This time
Ohio
you
State-
really feel like Ohio State is not overrated and they deserve.
I think Ohio State,
You know.
if Ohio State had Kirby Smart, they're the champions, and I wouldn't even second guess that. That's how I feel.
I don't think there's too much difference between the two.
I think
I think that Kirby Smart is a better coach for sure.
Long run, I would probably take
Kirby Smart's an A+.
over Ryan Day.
Kirby Smart's an A+, Ryan Day's a B.
I'd give
solid
Ryan Day-
B.
I would give him a B+.
The difference is a whole letter grade. That's
Yeah.
and when you talk about top-end talent from 1A, 1B on a talent standpoint, as in Georgia and Ohio State, then it goes down to coaching. And when you got to drop it down a whole letter grade, that makes a big
Your
difference.
argument on why you picked Georgia over Ohio State is very compelling, and I think that it honestly comes down to almost a coin flip for that game. I really do.
All three of us got Oregon going to the
Yeah, isn't that
national
crazy?
championship.
Isn't that crazy? We got Oregon going all the way.
Well, I almost picked Bama, but Bama's too inconsistent, and I don't trust their head coach. No different than Ryan Day. I think if Bama had Kirby Smart, Bama makes it to the finals too. Do they win it? I don't think they do. They don't have quite the talent as Georgia or Ohio State.
Right.
But I think they get there. And that's beating Oregon. But I don't think.
Just think, like 4 years from now, when we're doing this, our annual show on this, your team might be in it.
You know, it's gonna be Ohio State versus Virginia Tech in the final, just out of pure principle. Hey, but I want to tell you something, Jimmy. When Ohio State won the first playoff, what was the one team they lost to that year?
Virginia Tech in
Okay.
2014.
That's all I need to say. What was Virginia Tech ranked that year?
They weren't ranked at all.
Exactly. Basically, what I'm getting to say is Virginia Tech is just, they define odds sometimes, Jimmy. And when you can get a coach like James Franklin, maybe that's a perfect match to define some odds and beat some Ohio
I would
State.
like to see him get in there and turn that franchise or that college around. I really would. Because it's been a long time since Virginia Tech's mattered to anybody but you. And maybe a couple people go to school. They'd probably root for Virginia.
The only Cavaliers I know is the basketball team.
Cavaliers lost to Duke. We're not mentioning them.
Yeah.
I think that the brackets are, I really feel like one of us hit it. The winner of it, well, see, both of us are tied.
How many difference?
If you beat me again, and your bracket comes out right, you'll win a winner of $25 that you could spend in awardees mental health merchandise, anything you want.
We have merchandise now?
Yes. And you also. T-shirts, hoodies.
Now, what if none of our prediction wins? And let's just say a wild card team.
James Madison takes it all.
James Madison. Hey, they might have a better defense than Ohio State. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Oh, you're rage baiting with that one.
If nobody wins it and we're totally wrong on this, then you guys got to treat me to dinner. No, no, I don't
Did
know.
Taco Bell bring back their dollar menu? I swear they
It was
did.
kind of close to a $1 menu, yeah.
$1.29
We'll get you
menu?
a couple of cheesy roll-ups.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm a broke guy with a job, you know what I'm saying? I don't make the big bucks like you, Jimmy.
Yeah, okay. Probably make like $10 more than me.
Let's not get carried away.
So, we got Ohio State,
No, not
Georgia,
quite.
Ohio State across our boards here. How confident are we feeling in those picks?
I'm never confident in picks because anything can happen. When you step on that field and the whistle blows, any team can be any team. I truly believe that sometimes. That's why you get fluke wins.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when it comes to top-end talent, top-end teams, when it matters the most, I think experience with coaching, and I think coaching matters more than people give it credit for. So with that being said, even though I'm not confident, I feel like I'm also still confident in a way.
So you're like at a 60-40, you think?
I'm going to go, yeah, we'll go with 60-40.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of at a 50-50 because I'm scared of Georgia in that semifinal.
So we don't think Indiana have any shot of beating Oregon or Bama beating Oregon. Because you guys already said you guys didn't like Texas Tech and James Madison going up against Oregon.
I really like the idea of Oregon making some noise just because they are a one-loss team.
And they were underrated all year.
You lost to ended up being the number one team in Indiana. And yes, we're writing Indiana off because we don't believe in the program because the lights are too big or whatever we want to say in that narrative. But
I say the cockiness is catching up to them right there.
Well, here's my thing. You know what Indiana reminds me of? You guys remember the Washington football team last year?
Yeah.
They remind me of that team. They did great, above, expectations. They exceeded it all. But when a push comes to shove, they didn't have what they needed to win it. And I think it's the same concept here. I think they got as far as they did. They shot their wad against Ohio State. They won their big game they needed to win. And I think to them, they won their championship. And I think they're going to come out flat early. Like they're going to get behind. They're going to settle in the second half, try to make a little comeback, but it's going to be a little too late. And I think that's why they lose.
I see where you're coming from with it for sure. I feel like I feel like they'll get at least one though. That's just my mindset on it.
But you also know what's funny? I think if Notre Dame would have got in instead of James Madison, I think Notre Dame would be facing Texas Tech and possibly where Oregon's at. Maybe losing to Bama or Indiana, depending on who we have. But so that just goes to show you that even teams that didn't make the college playoffs.
So are you saying you are for the 16-team playoffs that they're talking about?
I'm more for that. They need to find a different route or format. I don't think teams like James Madison them should possibly get it. If you have that type of a team, you think you can get there, well, why don't you just move up conferences?
And that might be something that happens with James Madison in a couple of years because they did just come from FCS.
So that's where I think that. I think teams like SMU, I think teams like team you was saying earlier, it's eluding my brain. LaDainian Thompson came from. TCU.
Oh yes.
Teams like that are right there that any given year could come up and they could win a good 10-win season. I think a lot of times you can go on good runs and you can beat some good teams, but I don't think they beat great teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think when they go up against great teams, they fall flat. And I think a lot of times it's good for the program to get in those situations because it brings a lot of money in. It helps out the whole school as a whole. But I think when it comes down to it, they don't have the firepower established, man, whatever you need to say to actually compete against great teams. And I think it's shown through history.
Yep.
And when's the last time a team like that actually went in there and made a big splash?
You're right on all that, but the whole college football is changing now. You don't believe that these other schools are going to be able to compete down the road if one of their backers gives them like $50 million just to fucking.
Well, it's kind of what's happening with BYU right now.
It's exactly what happened with Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened with?
They got a lot of money this year. They got the highest payroll out of anybody in college this year.
They've always been a baseball school.
Yeah.
A good baseball school. But you know what? Though?
And they were at 10-2. I missed them.
The playoffs.
I missed them not being there. I watched them all year. They looked really good.
Did they look as good as we think, or do they have a top-end talent in certain positions to help carry them and make it look good? Because I'm telling you right now.
I think their quarterback make them look good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how come the South Carolina didn't do that? When they got, what's his face? I'm eluding my brain again. Let me look it up.
Sometimes it's just bad coaching.
South Carolina.
I think that.
Is that Nico? I want to say.
You're going to see that with BYU too, though. The damn Mormons. They're going to figure out some way, because they just gave an extension to their coach because they were somebody else. I think Penn State was about to poach him.
Sellers,
yeah.
A great, talent you want in the world, but what do?
Shit the bed.
Look at LSU's. With Guzmar. Hey.
You always trying to get on camera.
He's a little
what
slut.
time we at?
Oh, gosh.
Probably like an hour or something.
Might be over that, to be honest. 1 hour and 3 minutes.
All right. Any last words here, Ryan? You like what you got? Do you want to change anything?
Change anything? Yeah, I want to put 3 other schools in there and take out 3 schools.
That's not accessible on our.
But here's my thing. We talk about all these great schools, and we do all this stuff, and you got some schools that we talk about like Tulane and James Madison, they get in. And there's a school on the outskirts that didn't make it. Now, I'm not saying they're the best school in the country. I'm not saying they'd win it, but they went 3-2 against top 10 teams this year. Now, who's to say 3 of those games couldn't have been against some teams in here that they could beat?
Yeah.
So if they started out at 12, they beat Oregon, they beat Texas Tech, and they beat Indiana. Now they're in the finals, and if they lose the finals, and that's Texas. You know what I mean? So it's like the difference between all these schools.
They had to just compete. Manning let them down.
Yeah.
I don't think Manning did let them down. I think Manning's a little, he's not the greatest as people think, but I don't think the scheme fit his personnel like what he could.
That could very
show.
well be. I could probably agree with that.
I think they could have schemed things better for him.
I think Manning is what he is. I think he's better than what people say he is.
All right, let me ask you a question. If he was on Notre Dame with Freeman as a coach, you think he wouldn't have been better?
No, I don't think he would have done any better there.
I think the coach would have schemed things better for him.
He might have schemed things better for him.
And I think schemes can do
But
a
he's
lot.
like a 80% fucking run guy.
That's okay. You know what Tom Brady said? He said he can come back and play today if he wasn't a owner. You know why he said that?
Because
Schemes.
nobody's allowed to touch him.
No, he said that because of schemes.
Because every time they do, they get penalized.
Shout out Phil Rivers, by the way. He's starting tomorrow.
Is that why he went on the practice squad the other day?
Yeah.
He also runs the same offense with his kids when he's coaching them. So he has a good understanding. He knew the offense. And he wasn't even the first guy they went after to try getting. The first guy was injured.
Oh, who's that?
Carr.
Oh, Derek Carr, yeah.
His shoulder was still injured. They actually didn't want Philip first. They wanted Derek Carr. But Philip knew the offense, and he's been texting the head coach weekly.
Technically would have had to release him as well.
I don't think that would have been an issue.
Yeah, I mean, probably not.
But yeah. So
I said bring back Andrew Luck, but he wouldn't fucking do it.
He should. He was supposed to be great.
Mm-hmm.
It was great when he played.
Yeah, he was great.
He was dominant when he played.
For what, 2 years?
Like 7 years.
Problem is when you get beat up a lot, you realize something. No matter how good of an athlete you are, how good of a player you are, there comes a time when you realize, hey, I'm smart enough to know that my body hurts, or I want my mind intact. I don't want to get CTE for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I want to make something in my life outside of football. Football is not defining me as a person. And so he realized that. He talked with his family. He said, you know what? It's time for me to hang up the cleats. You know another player that did the same thing that retired early? Well, I gave you 2 players, both out of the same team. One name was Barry Sanders.
I never heard of him.
Calvin Johnson.
Never heard of either one of them.
Shut the fuck up.
I think Calvin Johnson is the greatest receiver in history.
He might be the greatest receiver ever. It's too bad that him and Stafford had to go through those shit teams.
Well, here's my thing, though, with Calvin. The reason why I say that is he literally told his team, I cannot go one way of the field. I cannot turn that way.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, he posted up a 200-yard mark.
Mm-hmm. He was elite to the most of the elite standard, for sure.
But that's, it's everybody has that same situation when you're injury prone, you got to hang it up early. That's no different than these college kids. There's probably a lot of college kids out there, high school kids that has all the talent in the world, but because their body can't hold up one way or the other, they got to hang the cleats up.
Sucks.
I hated it when I had to hang my cleats up.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did. I've seen his end of the years. I'm getting ready to hang mine up now.
Apparently, you're going to be starring in our next sports episode, by the way. I don't know if he told you about this.
I did a little bit.
Oh, you're talking about the pitching?
Softball hitting thing. Yeah.
I got to pitch to you guys?
Yeah.
I don't pitch anymore.
Oh, come on. What the fuck do you do? Play left bench then?
I'm trying to play left out.
Okay, that's all we got for you tonight. Thanks again for coming to the mental ward. Let me remind everybody that we are on the Abraham Drinking Podcast. He also has many other programs on. He has Coffee of Tree. He has Ray Hyclack show. He has the Mental Ward on tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Oh, God.
And then we will have Ray Hyclack with us. And we also have the Abraham Drinking Show, which is on Monday nights at 6. Follow all of those shows, and thank you all for coming out and listening to us ramble about college football. Thank you, guys. Love you.